Now, dear viewer, I ask you, what do you notice about this? Is it the hills? Is it the ocean? Maybe it's the city back here. But one thing I don't think you noticed, those buildings I counted are roughly 40 stories high, or for reference, about the size of that little blue line. Now I know you're asking, why does that matter? Well, that actually is a really important detail because with that I could probably estimate roughly how big the entire map is. Originally, my hypothesis was about 700 square kilometers, which is already way bigger than Horizon 5, with Forza Horizon 5 being about 110 square kilometers, which is again way bigger than we've ever seen before. But honestly, it's not as far-fetched, because if you run the numbers for how big the building is and how many pixels that it counts, and you take into account what the FOV of the camera roughly should be, you're looking at potentially a map up to
about like 20 feet.
1,000 square kilometers, assuming that the building being 40 stories is 140 to 160 meters tall and being about 6 pixels in height. That works out to roughly 386 square miles. That is absolutely gigantic. And if you're enjoying the video so far, please consider giving this video a like and subscribe for more content like this, because I got something big in the works. But anyways, back to the video. This would be 19.6 miles in length and in width, or just about 20. Again, that is just absolutely gigantic. That is roughly, at bare minimum, you're looking at a map that is 4 times as big as Forza Horizon 5. You might be asking yourself, well, that's a little bit much, no? I mean, like, they had maybe an extra year, but that seems like a pretty large map. I mean, given the density, it seems a little crazy, yes. But when you look at the fact that most of these hills and areas have trees probably so dense that you're not going to be able to drive on them, it starts to make a little sense, because the realistic driving area is cut basically in half, but we get the illusion of there being a gigantic map because there is still so much distance between things. So really it still starts to make sense when you look at it like that. But at the same time, it is a little disappointing that we won't have, you know, maybe as much as it seems like we'll have, but it's still going to be pretty nice because we'll have tons of roads to pick from that have real height, as you can see, because there is a lot of verticality in this map, which is something I think we're all looking forward to. Now, I guess we should get to the actual main point of this video, being drawing up the map and kind of figuring out what it's going to look like so far. Now, to be fair, I kind of just started recording midway through here because, well, I didn't plan on recording this part, but seeing that giant discovery, I thought it was worth maybe recording that. But obviously this video would be a little too short if I cut it there, so figure I'll show some of my thinking behind when I'm drawing a map, so that way you guys can understand how I get to the conclusions I get to. So I think looking at the screenshot, as you can kind of see, it kind of bulges out like that, but then it almost comes back in. So I'm gonna say it probably is gonna be shaped kind of like that, which is about as accurate as I think I can make it. And then the hill here is an interesting one. I don't necessarily know how that's gonna be laid out, but given what I see, I would say that roughly you're gonna have these 2 hills kind of right here, and it kind of looks like there's a dip behind it, so maybe a little bit of a valley. And you actually do see one more hill about right here, which we don't exactly know what the shape will be, but given that there is a pretty flat area just to the side of it, so it can't really go too far out. And I'm going to push this hill back a little bit because it kind of lines up better like this. And there is actually a ridge line in here, so I don't exactly know where that goes because it's pretty hard to tell, but I would say it looks like it kind of snakes in and out. And you can also see there is a slight little bulge out from the side of that hill going towards the shoreline ever so slightly, so should probably add that. And then smoothing this out a little bit, kind of looks like it gets pretty narrow, and it's more so vertical than anything else. As well as there actually being a little segment here that comes down, almost chokes off this little valley, but not quite. And then I figured I guess I should also add what looks to be almost like a little island out here. I can't tell the exact shape, but it kind of looks like an oval, so I guess that's what we'll go with. And we can actually see that this mountain ridge goes kind of out into the ocean, probably something like that, and then it kind of snakes back. And then we can actually see that this ridge line comes out surprisingly quite far, and then it kind of doubles back on itself, presumably something like this. And the more I look at it, I kind of wonder, maybe this doesn't go like I thought it did. Maybe it's kind of just like that. And really what we're seeing in the background is Legends Island somewhere in here. And there is a segment towards the top of Legends Island that you can see that is kind of rocky and mountainous, so I'm gonna call it Highlands because you can't quite get to it. Not like the actual Highlands biome, but like you can't access it because it's just like mountainous. And we can't necessarily say that this is 100%, but it does kind of look like maybe this ridgeline comes down quite far too, because from what it looks like, it encompasses Tokyo. So there's the potential that maybe it runs down a lot further than it looks, probably cutting off around there somewhere, with the city theoretically coming somewhere around here. And this is where the video ended originally, but I just want to quickly say that I'm sorry about the lack of upload that's like actually high quality today, and I know that I didn't say daily, but I'm trying to, and I don't know, I've kind of just had some personal stuff going on, so it's a little tricky to manage my like creativity and positivity with like other stuff, so but I'm trying. My apologies if this video wasn't the best. I wasn't feeling the best, but I thought I should probably record something so that way I can, you know, give you guys something to watch or maybe enjoy or whatever. But I don't know, I just, yeah, had some stuff, so I could make a full dedicated video on it, but I don't know if anyone actually gives like two craps, because I don't know if I really have like a fan base yet, you know what I mean, like a real strong one. But I don't know, just a little quick thought or heads up or whatever. And again, yeah, sorry about the lack of a good upload today. That'll probably be it for this video. But yeah, anyways guys, hope you all have a good one, and peace.